morning, Melbourne. Good morning, everyone in Sydney.
Morning.
Morning.
Just a thing to explain today's dish. On the eve of World Human Rights Day, on December the 10th, we at Beehive Industries have teamed up with our friends from Results to deliver a Christmas message to you all. We are holding our Share a Bowl event to encourage everyone to make sure that no one is left behind this Christmas due to poverty or isolation. We feel that it's everyone's right to be included. Social engagement and interaction are a basic human right for us all. Just the same way that it's everyone's right to be supported in overcoming poverty. We'd like to think about sharing and looking out for others, both at home and across the globe, and make sure that everyone's getting sustenance, both nutritional and emotional, that they need. So this Christmas, this Christmas, I want you all to reach out to support someone and share a bowl. And now I'll share with you the perfect recipe to do just that. This is based on a festive rice commonly done in India and Sri Lanka. It's a biryani. But I've taken it, made it easier, so it's a sort of cheats version. A biryani is normally a rice that's cooked in stock, in a very rich stock. It can be vegetarian, it can be meat. I've given vegetarian options as well. So I'll talk you through it. It's a very quick, tasty, and festive dish. And as we said, it's the perfect dish to share this Christmas. So we'll be cooking for two today. All right. The first thing we have to do, we've got an onion here. I want you to slice it very finely. The rice is going to be cooked in a stock, and then we garnish it with onions and nuts and sultanas. Okay, if we put the sliced onions back in the bowl and get your frying pan on fairly high heat. Okay, you've got a little bowl with some cashew nuts and sultanas. Add that to the frying pan. No oil, just straight. What we're trying to do here is we want to brown the nuts, toast them till they're slightly golden, and toast the sultanas as well. Okay, we allow that to cook for a few minutes, and I'll just explain the rice. I'm using brown microwavable rice. Brown rice is very healthy, it's better for you. Because it's been semi-cooked, it doesn't need, we're not going to microwave it. We're actually going to be using chicken stock to cook it in. So we just let the nuts keep doing. Yes, the nuts are just beginning to color. Yeah, and you can smell it as well. Just have to be careful at this stage that the nuts don't get burnt. You just need them to be a light golden brown. Okay, mine I think are almost done, so I'm going to put it back in the bowl. And now we're going to add a little splash of oil into the pan. And then add the onions to the pan. What I'm going to do now is put the nuts and sultanas back into the pan. So that's going to flavor the onions as well. Okay, I'm going to take the pan off the heat and put it on this so that it doesn't burn the table, and then put our saucepan in. Add a little bit of oil to the saucepan. And then you've got a bowl of chicken pieces. The chicken's on the bone, which has got lots of flavor. So add that to the pan. And we start cooking that. You've also got a little bowl with some spices. So there's a cinnamon stick, which you can just break into the chicken. And then there's some turmeric and some curry powder and some cloves and cardamom. Add all of that to the chicken. You might need a little bit more oil to prevent it sticking. Okay, now, yes. Empty the pack of rice into the pan. And then add stock. Starting to smell good into the pan. Because the rice has already been pre-cooked, it won't take very long to cook. So I would now lower the heat to a medium. The chicken should be nice and golden. And what we're trying to do now is to let the liquid evaporate. You can add salt and pepper, seasoning. Keep stirring the rice so it doesn't catch at the bottom. It should take about a minute or two for the rice to cook. Starting to smell good. Now, if you want to do a vegetarian option, you can use vegetable stock and use mushrooms instead of chicken. But I'd slice the mushrooms, and that's a really good, easy vegetarian option. Traditionally, they would use yogurt as well in this because the rice is quite moist, shouldn't be dry. So at the end of the cooking, you add a spoonful of yogurt just to make it more moist. There are other things you can add to it. You can add chopped carrots, you can add peas to bulk it up. So the more you add, the more flavor gets into the rice. Okay, the liquid's almost gone. I think in another minute it should be ready. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just actually going to add the nuts and the sultanas into it and stir it through. Just reserve about a spoonful to garnish the rice once it's served. Okay, you just need to keep stirring from the bottoms. The rice can catch. And each one's got 2 bowls. So I'm going to turn mine off and start serving. And there you have it, a lovely dish to share, festive biryani rice for 2 people.